What's up? It's pretty much done. I wrote it today. Uh Gonna get some video of that at some point. So, but yeah, we'll start. I guess I did a lot since the last video, I guess. We got the gas tank mounted. This guy slides off of here and you can pull the gas tank out that way. Um Brake, I'll get to that. I got a thumb throttle and made this intake. That's a Tecumseh, like 8 horsepower intake manifold, and some radiator hose to brakes and stride and air filter and this thing. A zip tie holding the choke thing on. Nothing special. It's got a 37 jet in it and a 160 emulsion tube. Blah blah blah. Nice exhaust. Uh, yeah, it works very nicely actually. I don't have Well, I can get it into first gear manually right now. I don't have a first gear lever, so I can push it, and because you got to push this forward and then push down on the shifter to get it into first. So now I'm in first, and then you go through the gear, you go up, and that's second, and then third. So I got second and third with the foot shifter right now. And then if I want first gear, I gotta reach down and manually get into first. But see this cable here, it's attached already to it and attached to the motor there, and it's gonna come up and be up here somewhere, and have a hand thing, so you pull that guy and push down on the foot shifter and you get first gear, and then from there you can go through all the gears with just your foot. Just go up one for second, down one for third. And that's it, and neutral's in the middle of all of it. So if you want neutral, you're in first, and you want neutral, just half click and you're in neutral. And then half click up from neutral is second, and then full click down is third, and then half click up, neutral. So it shifts just as fast as any real quad. Pretty cool. This is the brake system. I got a cable just pulling on this thing. There's a little detent in the rod for this clamp where it engages, you know what I mean? So it doesn't slide that way. So that all works nice. It's adjustable there. And it's like it's from a dirt bike, so that's why the cable's so short. This rod is in a bronze bushing here. A little spring there. It works very nicely actually. This bearing really actually tell, like from the last machine I had this transmission on until this one, I can tell the difference with this bearing. It seems like everything is very free flowing. Everything is, it spins a lot easier. Yeah, it makes sense because like it's not like a side load so much on the transmission. It's just a direct spinning force going in now. So I'd imagine if I put a 5/8 shaft on this side with a support bearing on the outside of that side, it would really help out a lot. Um, that's I think that's all I got done. Pretty sure, but it just looks so badass. It feels awesome too. First gear is like a 15-to-1 ratio, second's 10-to-1, and third is 6.5 to 1. So it really has some good gear ratios and really gets up and goes like crazy. It stands right up in first gear. Stands right up every time too. Like if you hit it hard, it just comes right up, or it'll spin the tires if it doesn't have traction, which is awesome. It's so awesome. And it's so cool seeing like everything work. It's like when it takes off, that's the third gear. The motor's spinning opposite. Everything, like you see, it's just awesome. It looks awesome when everything's spinning and when you're watching it. I'll have to take some video of it. of it all working. And it shifts really fast, really, really fast. You can shift mid wheelie, and you can power shift too because the way that transmission is made, it's all straight cut gears. They're always constantly in mesh with each other. It's just teeth that slide back and forth to engage a different gear. So all three gears are constantly engaged on this shaft, and then it's just two teeth that slide back and forth that grab whichever gear. There's only three on the front shaft. And it's in neutral. It's just the shaft spinning. Yeah, in neutral, it's just that. Nothing else. Nothing else spins. All the gears inside stay still while the shaft spins inside of them. And then obviously those teeth that the locking collars that lock it into gear, the shift keys they're called. That's what they're called. Those rotate with the shaft also when it's in neutral. And obviously the clutch, like it all rotates kind of slowly in neutral because of the clutch, like because the centrifugal clutch, it always wants to rotate if there's no load on it at idle because it's the bushing in there and yeah, so there's a lot of drag. So it's always spinning, which makes it easy to get into first gear when it's sitting there idling at a stop. It's awesome actually. It works very nicely, but also it kind of clunks a little bit when you throw it into first gear if you don't slow down this. So I was also thinking about putting like a brake band around here. I have a 4-inch brake band I'm not doing anything with. It's kind of clapped out, but it would be awesome for this purpose. Just have a little engine brake. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that would. I think it would be ideal because it's a centrifugal clutch. Um, it could even be always. It could be engaged every time the thing's in neutral, no matter what. And then as soon as you go to push it into a gear, the first thing that happens is the brake disengages and rotates just a little bit, so it doesn't have time to get a lot of speed. That's probably what I'll do. But then there's a neutral between each gear while it's rotating, so it'd have to be something. It'd be too much. It would just have to be manually operated. It would have to be squeezed shut only when it's in neutral, only when it's at a stop. Which, yeah, would be pretty hard to achieve mechanically. um, Other than that, the steering works pretty well, even though there's quite a bit of bump steer still. Um, I know what I have to do to get rid of that. I just gotta raise this steering joint up to about here. Just come up to there with it, and then I should have some good suspension travel without any tow. Obviously, it's gonna camber throughout the travel, but as long as it doesn't tow too much, it'd be all right. Because right now, at 3 inches of travel, it's probably towed freaking 15 degrees, which is too much. Too freaking much. Um, yeah. Otherwise, the thing is great. It'll do donuts on pavement in first gear. It was a little wet today, but I suspect it'll do it on dry pavement. It seems like it will, just because of the type of tires it has. It does donuts on grass all day because of those front tires. It's awesome. So, thanks for watching.